Welcome back to Masters and Doctorate Degrees Tips and Tricks with Cleo. Today, let's talk about how to write a concept paper. It's very important for you to know how to write a concept paper and when to write a concept paper. A concept paper is a short document written by a researcher before they start their research project. And the main purpose is to explain what the study is about, why it is important, and the methods that you will be using. And the concept paper include the proposed title, the brief introduction to the subject, the aims, the questions that you intend to answer, data you will collect, and how you will collect it. And what is the purpose of the concept paper? The primary purpose of the concept paper is to convince the reader that the proposed research project is worth doing. This means that the reader should first agree that the research study is novel and interesting. They also should be convinced that there is need for this research. It might be novel and interesting, but there might not be need for us to carry out the study. So it's very important for you to make sure that you convince the reader that there is need for the research and that the research aim and also the questions are actually appropriate. Finally, the readers should be satisfied that the method for data collection proposed are feasible, are likely to work, and can be performed within the specific time period allocated to this project. Don't be overambitious by proposing methodologies that you know even for yourself that you're going to struggle. I have seen that most students in this era of artificial intelligence, machine learning, they want to introduce some of these concepts without explaining how they want to do or how they want to incorporate these modern technologies in their study. And how long this concept paper should be. A concept paper should be just 2 to 3 pages, and if you can make it 1 page, the better. But 2 to 3 pages is always reasonable for those who are writing for proposal for masters and the doctoral project. But if you are writing also for fund application, it can be over 20 pages in length. So in other words, you can also use a concept paper whenever you are writing funding or you're writing for funding applications. Then there are 7 steps that you need to follow. I'm not going to go much into detail with some of these as I will be explaining, I will be directing you to some of the videos that I have already published. The first thing is the title, and you need to make sure that you make your title very engaging. You make your title short, and the title should speak on its own. We want the title to reflect whatever is in the context. If possible, write your title in form of a question. That will be very good and a nice thing for you to do, because once you write it as a question, it can also be catchy and also engaging. The second thing, introduction, outlining problem and the gap in the literature. This is very important, and try by all means to use at least 5 to 10 articles that are very relevant to your study. That and please, I want you to underline the word relevant. Don't just go and take some articles out there and try to write a concept paper. Then you are going to miss up you are going to miss up the point. So you need to also to learn how to outline the problem and how to identify the gap in the literature. Here, basically, what you are doing, you are just going to the literature and you are doing a short survey. You are doing a short research of literature, and whatever that you find is what you're coming to report in this section. And in doing that, you are also identifying the gap. You can identify the gap yourself by reading several articles, several publications, and be able to identify areas that were not researched or areas that most scholars are not most scholars have not researched, and that can also be a gap. And you can also use whatever scholars are recommending for you to study as a gap. Then the problem statement, of course, you need how to structure a proper problem statement. I will come back in the next few weeks explaining how to structure a problem statement. But it's very important for you to learn how to structure your problem statement whenever you are writing a concept paper. So you can also read around, find out how other scholars have done that. But continue watching to the YouTube channel. There will be one video coming about how to write a problem statement. I have also talked about that in one of the videos on writing the introduction. I just talked slightly on writing the problem statement. So you can also visit that video. Then the research question, research aim. I have published a video on how to write research aims. So it's very important for you as well to visit that and find out how you can make your questions very specific and very measurable and all other stuff, the smart. And you need to take note that if you are writing a thesis, if you are writing a concept for PhDs, you need to make sure that you get one of your M's or two of your M's must meet the requirement for the PhDs. Please make sure that you do that. You can't meet the requirement for PhD by describing, by analyzing, by examining only. You need to make sure that you come out to a recommendation, to creation, to developing, to reforming, all those kind of objectives whenever or verbs whenever you are formulating those M's. Is very crucial whenever you are doing it for PhD. Then outline of a proposed method and the potential impact. You need to outline the method. If you are using experiment, you need to make sure that you outline the experiment and all the steps that you are going to do, and of course the support that you're gonna need whenever you are carrying out the project. Then let me quickly jump into the tips for writing the concept paper. There are a few tips that I'm going to talk about. The first one is write to your audience. A concept paper is a piece of academic writing, so use a professional tone. Don't use unnecessary jargons. Make sure that whenever you are writing this piece of work, you bear in mind that this is an academic paper, and whatever citation that you use in that should be in line with the purpose or with the reason why you are writing your paper. Then use the engaging and accurate title. The title must be engaging. I have just decided you can also use a question, but it's very important that you make it very clear, intriguing subject line, increasing the likelihood of recipient reading an email. An engaging title increases the likelihood of a reader not only reading your concept, but understanding it. Then choose a title that concisely, that there are fewer than 15 words or so, and accurately reflect your paper's content. After reading your paper's title, your reader should not be surprised by your proposed research. The title, at times you see that the title with what has been written in the paper is two different things. So if ever you have done that, then it means that you have not identified a right or an appropriate title to your paper. Then keep it to an appropriate length. If you are a student writing for a concept paper, please try to make it 2 to 3 pages. If you can make it 1 page, the better. Most of the time when we say we want 3 pages, what we mean is we want even 1 or 1.5 pages. That is enough. And I always emphasize to students that when you're writing a concept paper, please make it strictly 2 pages. Don't make it too long. Otherwise, no one have got time to go through that. But if you are writing for funding, you might actually end up having a very long paper, 20 maybe more pages. Yes, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and Yes, say no to plagiarism, and also stop plagiarism if you are plagiarizing. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. See you again in the next video.